Welcome to our 7th week of our summer virtual activity challenge. Today's STEAM activity is going to be to build a boat. We're going to try to build a boat that floats. So hopefully you came to pick up your little kit. It is available on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays from noon till 2 p.m. just by calling. Once you get in our parking lot, please call 760-839-5456. Give us a call. Let us know that you're out there and let us know how many kids you would like, and we'll come out and leave it on the table. So yay, hopefully you have this already with you. So today we're going to do an experiment. It's not just we're going to design a boat, but you don't have to do it the way I do. We're going to just experiment to see how a boat floats, right? So you do have a challenge. So the challenge is, and it's included in this bag, we have a problem that we need to solve. The problem is a princess is trying to cross a dangerous moat safely and quickly. Can you build a boat that will not only keep the princess dry, but cross the moat in the fastest time? So it got you thinking, right? So we are thinking about how are we going to make this boat. First of all, the question is, what floats and what doesn't, right? So we have to kind of experiment. This is why it's a STEM challenge, because we have to think about items that could float and cannot float. So we're going to experiment. It gives you a little list on our little sheet that I provided. It gives you a sheet like you could try maybe plastic, you could try pencils, a cup, foil, candy, rubber bands, paper clips. There's a lot of little items here, but you can come up with your own items around the house. I'm sure you have different things around the house, and then it's just ask you, does it sink or does it float? So let's try. First of all, let's try a rubber band. So I'm gonna get closer. I do have my water tub here. Let's see if the camera can capture this. I'm gonna try little rubber bands, and you see these are thin. One, did it float? I think it is floating. Yes, let's try the next one. So that means that it is light. You know, we're talking about density and buoyancy. Okay, so once I dropped the rubber band there, that means it wasn't heavy, so it kind of just floated on the surface. Now if I drop, now let's take a look at this. If I drop a rock, what would your thought be? Do you think a rock is heavier or lighter than a rubber band? What is your thought? Now, do you think it'll float or it would sink? You ready to try? I'm gonna drop the rock. Let's see if it even floats a little. Let's see. Oh, not even a little. It went right down. You see that? It was because it was very heavy. Let's see if I drop. What about a popsicle stick? Let's try a popsicle stick. Do you think this will float or sink? Let's try that. Wow, that really floated. Let's try another one. Let's see. It does stay up, so that means that the density was good. That means it's not heavy, so it didn't, sink down to the bottom. And I also have here, just for fun, I have a mama duck and it's a baby duck. Let's see, what do you think? Is this gonna float or sink? It is floating. And actually, why do you think it floats? Isn't it big? This is big, right? And wide. It's like a a boat. A boat is big and it is wide, and even people can go on it, right? And it doesn't sink. So that means that the buoyancy, the pressure that goes up because of the weight, but it's wide, it just keeps it afloat. So even though you add more, so I added, child here reading, baby duck, it still doesn't, it doesn't make a difference. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna take Mama Duck out, and let's go ahead and see what we have material-wise. So in our bag, it says here. So our challenge is, remember, our challenge is to make a boat that will keep the princess. And I have a little princess. I don't know if you were able to make your little dancing buddy last week, but I'm gonna call her Princess. The dancing buddy. She's sitting, and she's gonna go on a boat that I'm going to make, and see if she stays dry or if the boat sinks and she's worth. And then the boat needs to also, be fast because it needs to cross. It needs to cross. It says here. So using our supplies here. We're going to make a boat that will float and cross a basin of water in the fastest time. So the supplies that we need is maybe a tub, if you have one. Otherwise, you could do it in your bathtub when you take a bath. Or, since it's hot out there, maybe you have a swimming pool. Oh, wouldn't that be awesome if you could go in the swimming pool and make your little boat and then try this out? Of course, with the supervision of your parents, okay, or your grown-ups, because you don't want to be in the water when there's no grown-ups, okay? And also, it is messy, so if you have a tub of water, you also need a towel or paper towels to keep, the wetness, the water, so you don't slip if you put it on the floor and maybe you can slip. So, with precautions, we're going to do this, okay? So we already know what materials float and whatnot, but here we have, what is this? Here we have foil. It's aluminum foil. So I provided you with aluminum foil, and also I provided you with a coffee filter. But this is going to help you make the sail. So remember, because it's gonna have to sail, so let's see how it moves faster. Okay, so it's speed. And then we also have here some popsicle sticks and 2 regular straws and 1 bigger straw. This bigger straw I'm gonna use to blow air, okay? So here we go. So let's go ahead and see if the material that I have here will float. What do you think? Aluminum and foil, do you think it will float? Here's a little piece that I'm just gonna experiment because I wanna see if it floats, because otherwise, why would I use this if it doesn't float, right? Oh, there it goes. It did float. So that's there. So I'm gonna do another experiment. I'm gonna get another piece of foil, and this is just, I'm thinking how I'm gonna do this. So if I just make it, I crumble up this one like this, okay? And I'm gonna crumble up this one in the water. Let's see if it floats once I crumble it up. You wanna check? Let's see. Oh, what happened? It sank. Oh. Why do you think it sank down? You think the water got in? Yeah. Now I have another one. It's the same size foil. You saw that? It was the same. But this one I crumbled up here. Let's see if this one will float or sink. What do you think? Wait. Why did that one stay up? Why is that one floating and the other one sank? Huh. Now you see how I want you to think about this? I want you to think about this because you are going to be designing. So I think this one, I don't know what your thought, because see, I even move it and it's not even sinking, but this other one just keeps on sinking. You see that? Huh. That's what I want you to do, to experiment. And I think this one, do you want to know why? I think the one that I crumpled up inside the water, it ended up being, getting the water inside. And this one I crumbled up outside the water, so it actually got air inside. So the air helped it not to sink. It's floating. Interesting. I want you to try it at home too, okay? And talk about it with your adults. Talk about it and see what, and there's so many items. You could try foam, you could try plastic, you could try so many things that it's awesome just to keep on trying, especially now that it's hot out there. You could experiment with many things, and then water play is a wonderful. Okay, so the sheet actually gives you some thoughts, and then it gives you like a challenge. So you can make it a challenge between you and your siblings, or if you have friends there, whichever, but you can make it a challenge. You can make it, okay, you have 30 minutes. Let's start designing this boat. And with the items that I have, so all I need are a pair of scissors. I'm not gonna use, I gave you enough foil so you could try different designs. So you could tell me which one is better. So I'm just gonna cut it in half, okay? So, and then I have this rectangle piece here. I have popsicle sticks that we know that they float, so hopefully this will help. And hopefully I'm just going to actually put one on each side like that. And I'm just gonna roll it like this, like that, okay? And hopefully I'm going to just kind of like keep rolling. Because I want a good sturdy boat, right? Remember? I'm gonna get the other popsicle stick like this. And I'm gonna keep on. So I'm gonna make sort of like a raft. But this one is the easiest that I'm making. But you can make however designs you would like. Like I tell you, you have enough of this aluminum foil. So this looks like a square, but I just made it a little more sturdy. And I'm trying to make a little ledge so the water doesn't come in. Because remember, I want to keep my princess dry. And I want it to be able to actually sail to get from one point to the next point, right? So do you think this will float? And then, okay, so the next part is we need to find out if it will hold and how many pennies. So because, this princess is not heavy, the one that I'm gonna be using, this little buddy. She's not heavy at all. So I'm going to be using actually pennies, because pennies do weigh. Yeah, the more pennies. And this way I can think, how many will my boat hold? How many pennies? And let's see how many. And then you could do a little challenge with your sibling or your adult. You could even challenge your parents to do this with you. Here is my little raft. It does float. Okay, now we're going to add pennies to see if it's okay to hold my princess. Okay, ready? We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, come over here, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, what? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Is there water coming in? I think there is water. Uh-oh. I see there's water. The water came in, and I don't know from where. Well, from the weight, huh? You see that? There's water. Okay, so let's go ahead and get all these pennies out. And then see the water goes in, and then it sinks. So was my princess safe? No. So let's go ahead and take all of the pennies out. So it's just an experiment that I want you to challenge yourself with another person to see. And then after this, if this didn't work, but it will work with my princess, because my princess is lighter. So the other part, I think it could hold 20 pennies, but then after that it does. But can it hold my princess? Let's see. Yeah, it can hold her. Okay, very good. Okay, so then the next part is, the next part is probably adding a sail. So I have one made already. So what you do is you cut this in half, and I punched the holes on this one, on my half, and then I added the straws, and that's a sail. And then I just used tape to kind of hold it down. So this is not a raft. This is more of a boat. Let's see if it will sink. Okay, it stayed afloat. Let's put our little princess in the boat. Excellent. Okay, it's still holding on. Now I'm gonna so it has to sail from one, I'm gonna do one corner to the other corner, okay? Because it's not big, but you could do this in your bathtub, it's bigger, or maybe, you know, like I said, outside, if you have a pool. Ready? I'm gonna blow and see how long it takes, you know, to get to the other corner. Ready? Yeah, so that is how you kind of experiment to see. This would be speed challenge, and the other one is the capacity challenge, okay? And hopefully just keep trying different shapes. Like I say, this is just a regular boat, this is just a raft, and you could also experiment with different items, different materials. You could experiment with plastic. Actually, you could also make a paper boat. Online you can find how to fold a paper boat, and I was gonna do it here, but I said like, the video is gonna be long. So this way, I just want you to experiment with the foil and different shapes. So have fun designing your different boats, and let us know how you did. If you would like, you know, tag us on Instagram or Facebook. That's only if you would like. But thank you for watching. This is our last STEM craft kit, but please stay tuned. In the fall, we might come up with different ones. So please follow us on YouTube at Escondido Library, on Instagram, Escondido Library, or Facebook. Thank you for participating. See you next time.